Hello and welcome to the 50th edition, a celebration edition of Sunday League to Legend here on YouTube and indeed on Football Manager 21. I'm Charlie, and in today's episode we have a Buildbase FA Trophy first round game as Leyland Albion look to defend the honour that we won last season, and we begin against Frome Town, managed by Andy Hunt, who is the 5th manager of Frome since I took over at Leyland Albion. Let's head over into the dressing room. The advice from Andy Young that we should be winning this one fairly comfortably. Play our own game and we will win. I think I'm going to go with we are favourites and we should be winning this one comfortably. You will see a very much changed side here as we're playing a team in the Pitching in Isthmian League South Central Division. We've been there before. They are 19th as it stands, and therefore not somebody that we should really fear. As a result, the team has changed massively. We've got our second string out there. In goal is Debois, as there is an early chance and a goal for Harley Dean, our captain on the day. A player right now who wants to leave the club. He's on his way out probably, but that is the opener for him. Rebounds off the post, Carr can't clear, and there is Harley Dean with an early settling goal. As I was saying, Desbois is in goal, King, Dean, Remy Savage up from the reserves, and Midgley in defence. Loan signing Tate on the right, Drinkwater and Morford in midfield, with Nidian Fell back on loan this season. He's on the left. Up front we have a new signing, Chuks Aneke, on debut, a former Arsenal youth player. He's had time with MK Dons, Charlton Athletic, Wigan and most recently Sheffield Wednesday here in Football Manager 21. He is up front alongside the greatest of all time, Connor Comer, our leading goal scorer. Over 150 goals to his name for the Leyland Albion cause. Here we are up front with Midgley. It's gone all the way through to Drinkwater. Comer plays it through. A ball from the greatest of all time, and Clark Tate sticks it away. Man on loan from Huddersfield Town, I believe. They want him to play in a slightly more attacking midfield role, but as you can see, he's still doing the business from wide on the right. We are defending champions of the Buildbase FA Trophy, having won last season at Wembley. In terms of our League 2 performance, we're still doing pretty well. We're second at the moment, just behind AFC Wimbledon, 3 points behind the Dons there. However, we do have one game in hand as Tate profits from a Chuks Aneke pass. There we have a quick-fire double, and it is 3-0. Frome Town are not putting up much of a resistance. As I was saying, the league campaign going really well. We're in a great position now. Harrogate have dropped down into the playoff positions. It's Southend United that have ascended up to 3rd place and in the 3rd and final automatic promotion position. In terms of players right now, Tom Ince is out at the minute with a groin strain. Unfortunate for him. He really was establishing himself, probably on the right as well, where Clark Tate has taken over. So Ince would have probably been part of the team. We do have quite a stacked bench, as you can imagine, considering that this is our second string. Most of the first teamers have made their way into the substitutes bench, as Frome have an effort on goal, but it is wide, with Desbois maintaining his clean sheet. We do seem to be dominating here, which is unusual for us, considering that we're in Sky Bet League 2. We're a vastly inexperienced non-league side, and Clark Tate, unfortunately, has suffered an injury. His replacement is going to be Tommy O'Reilly, who actually was a last-minute addition to the bench. So that seems to have worked out a treat, as Tate comes off injured. 2 goals to his name today. 2 in 2 minutes, in fact. 3 minutes. But a fantastic performance by him, and unfortunate to see him go down with an injury. I'm just going to encourage the boys to go for the second half. And the team, led by Harley Dean, our captain on the day, and of course Connor Comer, the greatest, up front. He was an absolute superstar in our early years. Really helped us to get to this position. At the moment, he's not getting the football that he wants, and as a result will probably look for his fortune elsewhere at the end of the season. But if we can keep him on until then, the likes of Aniki and the new signings are really going to help sort of soften the blow of his departure. The problem, of course, being that he is one of our team leaders. He's one of our experienced hands, a former Bolton Wanderers player from back in the day before this save began. So we're now obviously 5 or 6 years in, and as a result things are a little bit difficult to correlate with the real world. But Connor Comer, certainly one to watch out for if you have started with a level 10 database. I do have some issues with the database, I have to say. For example, Leyland Albion should not be in the Buildbase FA Trophy this season. In fact, we should be in the League Cup because we are a League 2 side. Unfortunately, the settings I think have been sort of altered for the first season because obviously coronavirus pandemic was an issue as we picked a 4th goal. Nidian fell with the assist and Blaney with the goal. With the pandemic, non-league football started a little bit later in the game, and that's meant a sort of knock-on effect that the clubs getting promoted from the National League aren't being recognised as a league club for the League Cup. We're still competing in the FA Trophy, which isn't brilliant. You want to compete with the best sides, so we'll still do that in the FA Cup. We'll still have a go, but it just means that we are competing against a bunch of non-league clubs, which doesn't really feel right for them either. It feels a little bit like we're sort of picking on them. And in truth, I feel a bit like that in the Papa John's Trophy, where we are playing against sort of under-23 sides from Premier League clubs, mostly. We are scheduled, I think, to play Leeds United under-23s in the next round of that competition. And you just know that they could always send one of their first teamers down to just boss the game. And it doesn't really feel right. And I should also say that the vast majority of clubs making it through to the next round in that Papa John's Trophy are Premier League under-23 sides. So it makes a bit of a mockery, really, I'd say. So there's a penalty, and I wonder who's going to take it. Hopefully it is Connor Comer is going to step up. The greatest of all time. Is he going to stick this one away? It would make it 5-0. Let's go, Connor. And there it is. Low down to the goalkeeper's right. His 4th goal of the season. And he tucked it away with great accuracy. Bottom corner. Connor Comer, the greatest to ever pull on a Leyland Albion shirt. An absolute masterclass from him. And Comer ran Frome Town ragged. There you have it. Good debut for Chuck Zaniki as well. I think I'm going to change his name. I like the name Chuck for him. I'm going to change his name. But that is a good performance by the new signing. A 7.1 rating. Got involved with an assist as well. And in fact, good performances all over the pitch. In fact, the worst performance was King, who was substituted early on. So nothing to worry about there. In terms of other scores in the Buildbase FA Trophy, it looks like there weren't any taking place today, but did have a bit of football in League 1. Carlisle drawing 1-1 with Preston North End, who are down in League 1 these days. So it's always interesting to see where clubs have sort of ended up. based on we're a few years in now, obviously, and it looks like League One a bit of a hunting ground for northern clubs, the likes of Bradford City, Oldham, Bolton, Wigan and Salford, all there. Morecambe as well, along with Rochdale. So there you have it for today. This is our 50th episode and a trophy that we want to win this season. A trophy that we've won twice. The only cup competition that we've won twice in our history is the FA Trophy. So it certainly holds a special place in our hearts at Leyland Albion. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you again next week.